I'm going to talk to you about anxiety. Anxiety is 1 out of 14 people, children of the world, are suffering from. It causes loss of interest, crankiness, whining in the children, loss of academics and school dropouts, and also for the adults, loss of sleep at night, bedwetting, and even going on to committing suicide. It's a very serious thing. But if you come to become aware of that through education, you will be surprised that you can easily handle it. And there are 2 types of anxiety. One could be a very beautiful self-defense mechanism. For example, let's say you're in a jungle or in a mountainous trekking, or even in your house. In a jungle trekking, you suddenly see a huge wild animal like an elephant or a tiger or a bear. You're going to self-defense mechanism is going to make you race like anything to get out of it. That is self-defense mechanism, and it is very good. It's not should have it. The other is the mental disorder of the anxiety, in which you will find most people are very anxious. Nobody loves me, nobody cares for me, nobody wants to talk to me. You will often find children saying, I have no friends, I do not know how to meet with people, and they keep on criticizing themselves for everything that I can do it even better, and trying to do even better, it keeps on procrastinating and they don't really start to do it. I'll do it tomorrow is the which comes in as their mental frame, and it never happens. So great things cannot be done until unless you step onto it and start doing it. Towards which there are 3 awareness or a self-defense mechanism through programming your mind, through knowing it, like what I'm talking to you. Become aware of it and you can easily build them with your practice and make it your own. The first of which, this defense mechanism, is self-worth. Feeling good for yourself. Wherever you are, whatever you are, you feeling good, you will find that you can continue to spend hours together. Let us say, feeling good, playing cricket match. You just feel like carrying on playing from morning till evening. Have you noticed children, parents, adults who love to watch television, but those TV is not important to them if they go out and start to play cricket? They will not want to come back and watch cricket match on the TV. They will go out and play cricket if they can. Otherwise, yes, they get engrossed in the TV cricket match. But if there was a chance, they will go back and do it. Why? Because it gives them feeling good about themselves. This feeling good about themselves is through motivation, appreciation, making them feel 6 feet tall, giant boy or a girl, and you are very good. This motivation gives them self-worth. That unhappiness of if I make a mistake and I will bundle it up and everybody will fire me, or I will spoil money, or I'll waste my time, and this fear and anxiety doesn't allow the people to start off. There is a very famous poet, an American poet and a philosopher, G.K. Chesterton. He says, if there is something which is worth doing for you in your dream, in your life, know that doing it badly the first time is worth it. It is worth it to start off, just jump in and start doing it, and then make mistake, and so watch, keep on renovating and keep on correcting it and become better and better every day. So doing it even badly the first time, as per G.K. Chesterton, is better than not doing it at all and just dreaming about it. An imaginary, living in a world of imagination. And this is what makes most people TV hogger. Why? Because they're living in the dream world of they laugh and smile and get tense when the director tells them to do it. not by their own choice. The second, the difference mechanism is that learn to forgive yourself. Most of us are living in the past for the mistake that we have done and worried about the future. If I do this, what will happen? Will I have enough money? If COVID-19 attacks me? And you continue to think business is bad in the world and nobody cares for me. In the bargain, what is happening? We go back from our schools and offices and go back to our home as a husband or a wife or a child. We're too busy ourselves. We're still living inside the home but thinking about the office or the school or the class or the education or my old friends of the social media. And if you notice, everybody is busy with the mobile wherever at home. Recently, a group of my friends, colleagues all over the world, young kids, they all came down from all over the world. Almost 15 odd members from various countries congregated for what? Dad's anniversary. And one of them is my very good friend, disciple. He comes and says, "Sir, I remembered you so much." I said, "Why, sir?" He said, "Sir, you know what happened? We were all 14, 15, 16 of us, boys and girls, young people, and throughout the evening, most of us were busy with the mobile. We chatted, talked very little. And this is what happens when you go back to office. You have forgotten to respect which nature God, your destiny, has given you as a son, as a daughter, as a partner, like a wife or a husband, or as a parent. Parents, grandparents need attention from you. When you go back, smile, be with them for a while. Forgive yourself. If you made a mistake, start being kind with yourself and become benevolent and kind nature and look after the people around them. That takes you to the third point. And the third point is the difference mechanism is whatever amount of money that you earn, whatever amount of accolades or fame that you acquire, but until and unless you do it with somebody in mind, for someone, you will not enjoy. And you will find that there is a very famous neuroscientist who says that most people find a time in their youth as well as middle age as well as end of the age is this life is not worth it, life is not worth living, I have no goals to attain. For them, it is better to realize that I may think I have nothing to look forward to life, but Mr. Barclay goes and says that life still counts on you to contribute to life. So do not think selfishly that it is I, me and myself, but do it for someone. Have you noticed that guy who is walking down the street and finds a house on fire? He forgets about himself. He races in to save that child or an old lady or a young person who is screaming for help. That time you don't think of yourself or help. Or a dog is trying to attack a young boy or a girl. You are not scared. You may have been frightened about dogs yourself. A mother with a baby, if a tiger attacks, mother will fight the tiger. Otherwise, mother may be very like a chicken. But here the mother will. And a very famous story spoken by Swami Vivekananda in 1893, 11 September in Chicago World International Religion Conference. And he talked about Hari the lion, where the mother, a sheep, ewe, was giving birth to kid, the baby sheep. And a lioness pounced on them. And mother sheep saw the lioness. She was shivering, but she didn't move. Why? Because she had a baby sheep to take care. And she put her head down. What could a sheep do? Luckily, the lioness, as per the Vivekananda story, died on the way because she was too tired and had a heart failure. Story goes on, Hari the lion. So, what living for someone. Have you seen how our mothers, our fathers have sacrificed their life? They've given up whatever they wanted for themselves. I remember my father and mother, they did not buy anything for themselves. Whenever they did something, it was for 5 brothers and a sister, 6 of us. That's what they did for. And we realize now today that whatever we are doing, acquiring, it is because their sacrifices, they're preparing us to be fearless, and that gave us that fearless fighting attitude and created fun and freedom and flexibility to face life. And we learn to focus. This 6F, fun, freedom, flexibility, fearlessness, fighting skill, and focus. If you take these 6 attitudes which we utilize in our IB World School today here at Victorious Kids Educate, we find children are becoming world toppers. They find their self-worth. They want to do it for mom, dad, school, teachers, country, world, to make the world a better place to live. These 3 principles with which you're taking it up, and towards the end, I would like you to know that when you do something for thinking about this is going to help the future mankind, the future generation, you have a tremendous fire burning in you. Keep the fire on of that. This generation is remove the anxiety as just like a weed, a self-worth, a fighting skill, and learn to have fun even when in the worst situation. Just watch how your awareness is going to take care. You tell me one great guy who has lived his life without a hurdle, without an obstacle, whether river Mother Ganga coming from mountain Himalaya to the ocean, how many boulders the Mother Ganga faced? Look at a baby. How many times had the baby fallen down to walk? And tell me one person that you know who has never burnt his finger, who has not got an electric shock, or who has not had a cut. But we try to protect our children. I'm not saying go and make them burn their finger or give them electric shock. No, but instead of continue to correct them, do this and don't do that, as parents, as teachers, as elders, mentors, show the children how to face life with cheerful anticipation. Think for a second. If you have a friend who is all the time, or a partner, husband, wife, or parent, continuously telling you, not like this, like that. Don't do like this, do like that. Don't wear that, wear this. Don't eat that, eat this. You will very soon want to get rid of that person or not come in front of him, however close they are. Or build up a safety wall mechanism of turning deaf ear. Isn't it? Think. What is the application? Yours and my mind is all the time telling us, not like this, not like that. Hey, believe in your intuition, inner tuition. That voice from within is your awareness. It's the supreme consciousness. As per Vedanta, is that you hear God is everywhere. So God is within me. Where? Show it to me. This God in the theistic language, in the temple, in the church, in the mosque, this God in Advaita Vedanta is within you. And let me show you a book. And that book shows you here, I am that. That is self-worth. The power is within you. Namaskar.